week on Thursday Cooking with Kevin, we're going to do another recipe from HelloFresh. This week we are doing cheesy stuffed meatballs. A few ingredients with this. We're going to have some ground beef, cavatappi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Got cavatappi, which is pasta. Some mozzarella cheese. Some Parmesan cheese. Some basil pesto. Some beef broth concentrate. 3 cloves of garlic. Here I go again from last week. 3 cloves of garlic, but I'm actually going to revert to our already minced garlic. Shallot, which I've already got all chopped up. And yes, you cry like it with it, just like you would with an onion.
He cried like a baby.
Yeah, Italian breadcrumbs. So what they didn't have the Italian breadcrumbs, so they sent the panko with some Italian seasoning. We're just going to mix them all together. Some baby spinach and some crushed tomatoes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix up and make our meatballs. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my water over here and get it to boil for the pasta. I'm going to get that going so it's good and ready. The oven's already on. The oven's set to 425. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I'm going to get my trusty gloves. Sorry, I got somebody over there chuckling in the background. Alright, put that in the bowl. Okay, and then we're going to do the breadcrumbs. And now I got a doggy barking. So you get it all on this channel. Brody! Hey! I'm cooking here. People don't want to hear you.
And you know, you got everybody saying,
Yeah.
what do we do? It's Brody's show.
Yeah. And then we're going to add in half the pesto. I'm going to have to kind of judge on how much half is. Honestly, probably about that much.
Are we expecting any Amazon?
Nope. Not today.
I just wondered.
It says salt. I'm not going to add salt. And then we're going to mix it all up.
Brody! What are bow wowing about?
Anything and everything, right? Okay. Just wanting to make sure that all the pesto and all the breadcrumbs are good and
You
mixed.
can't go play with them, I'm sorry. No, you can't go play with them.
I think he's probably barking at the squirrels.
No,
No?
there's a mommy and a daddy and a fur baby walking.
Okay. Alright. So we are going to make 8 equal size patties out of this. When I say patties, so we're going to make some balls first. It's 4, 5. I gotta eat. Okay, I'm gonna have to make. It's really hard to judge when you got a certain amount that you're trying to. You want them all roughly the same size. So what we're gonna do is just take a little bit out. Kind of spread the wealth around. And these are going to bake in the oven for, say, about 14 to 15 minutes. All right, now, so just going to make little patties. And we're making these, obviously these patties flat so we can put in the mozzarella cheese. Okay. Mozzarella cheese. And I say about a teaspoon in each. That's probably more like a tablespoon, but oh well. I don't think I'm using the mozzarella cheese anywhere else, so. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to make these round again. Just like that. You just kind of fold them in. And fold those edges over, kind of combining them Roll her up in a ball, and we're going to place them on a pan with parchment paper. Now there's a different way I could have done this. I actually have a miniature muffin tin, and what you can do is you can put the meat into the muffin tin, form it, put it in, and then drop the mozzarella cheese in to make the balls as well. And some people just don't necessarily can form the meatballs and stuff, and it's an easier way to do it. And sometimes there's probably maybe just a little too much cheese, but I guess you can never have too much cheese. Okay. Yeah, my water is a little. Just gonna slide that off for now until I get these meatballs in. And we're gonna get the pasta going while the meatballs are cooking. And one more. Cheese. Okay, there you go. Those are the 8 meatballs. Are all done. I'm going to throw them in the oven. I'm going to bring you back over the stove to make the tomato sauce. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, our pan's heated up. Now I'm going to add in the shallots. Then I'm actually going to cook these just a little bit, say 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, right. Pan wasn't quite warm up enough, so I was have to wait. And then the 3 cloves, I did it. The 3 cloves garlic. Of course, I'm just using my minced garlic. We have our pasta over here going. Once these are cooked up, we're going to stir in the crushed tomatoes. We're going to take some reserve water from the pasta and the broth concentrate. And if you didn't see the show from last week, go back and have a watch. The enchiladas actually turned out really good. And they were actually a pretty good portion. I was a little skeptic at first, but yeah. Now, because my pasta isn't quite cooked yet, I'm just going to grab some of that water now. And roughly a quarter cup. Yep. All right, we are going to add in our crushed tomatoes. I've never opened up. I've actually never seen a box of crushed tomatoes before. Well, I think it's going to be easier just to cut across that line than it is to rip it off. Pasta water and our beef concentrate. And about 2 to 3 minutes it calls for this. And we just kind of want this sauce to thicken up. Smells good. pasta back in the bowl. Add in our spinach. And our pesto. And what'll happen is the spinach will heats up, will get wilted and melting. Alright, yeah. Meatballs are done. Yeah, they kind of fell apart a little bit, but okay. Everything is pretty well set to go. All I gotta do is add everything together and taste test it. So we'll see you back at the table. Okay, I said it again in the last portion. I'll meet you back at the table. Like you guys started out here. I don't know why I do it. I have a whole bunch of bad habits I'm sure you could pick out. Kelly, I don't need your input.
31 years of bad habits.
Anyways, oh, look at this. Turned out very good. So I just put the pasta and the meatballs on top with, I guess, the marinara or whatever you want to call it. Now, one thing, the meatballs split a little bit, some of them, but the cheese stayed in. So that was good. And then we just topped it off with the Parmesan, the rest of the mozzarella. So I'm going to try a little bit without the meatball first. Mm-hmm. It is. And Kelly knows it. I am not a tomato lover. But cooked tomatoes, I don't have a problem because I find once tomatoes are cooked, the acidity and that kind of that little bit of a bitterness is taken out. Let's try the meatball. So the meatball's got the Italian seasoning with the panicle, breadcrumbs, the pesto.
No Brody.
Yummy. Okay. Well, that is it for tonight. No dessert this week to show you.
Nope.
But this is, I wouldn't say it was a huge difficult recipe to do, but honestly, trying to film it all with having to be at the counter at the stove, a little bit different for this one. I really like doing stuff where I can do it at the counter and then go over the stove and then back to the counter, but this one not quite like that, but that's okay. So we're gonna do our last HelloFresh next Thursday, and it's gonna be thinking chicken Parmesan next week. So I can't end this video this week because I do know what I'm making. But hey, she's gonna tell me what to do anyways. Have a good week.